Hello, everybody, and welcome to the finale of Kingdom Hearts: The Story So Far. It has been 8 months, Raoul?
You expect me to remember?
Fair enough. Something like that we have been pushing every single week to get through this. And we're finally at the end of all of the build-up to Kingdom Hearts 3. So what we're going to be doing today is we're going to be finishing 0.2 one last time. Because we want that final lead-in to 3 that we're supposed to have. And, we want to get the taste of 3D out of our mouths because we did not like it. Then we're going to watch the cutscenes of Kingdom Hearts Key back cover, which is the final little bit of backstory from before the Kingdom Hearts series even happened. It is literally the before all issues story. And after that, we're going to do a little while of just chatting, maybe 45 minutes, an hour max, talking about our experience with the series in this, this almost year that it has been. So we've got a pretty good setup going here. I am, of course, with Raoul, Miserability, as always. We're just waiting for him to go live.
And I just did. What is up, ladies, gentlemen, all the beautiful beings in between, fantastic people who are just watching me while being on the toilet. I told you it wasn't a good idea to have that chili con carne at the back of that food truck. Listen to me, all right, Scott Richardson? Are you listening to me, Scott? Are you? And welcome back to the final plat down, and this is the penultimate passage.
Ooh, I like that.
Well, I saw Passage, staring directly at me.
Fair enough.
So I'm like, yeah, why not? So, today, me and Lee are having ourselves, a nice little Kingdom Hearts flambe. Flambe? I don't know food stuff. So we are going to be playing with 0.2 because Dream Drop Distance is, I want to think of the most polite way to say this on stream, it is the Last of Us Part 2 protagonist switch. I'm not spoiling it if you haven't played it yet.
That's an oof. I mean, we've been playing it on my channel, so...
Yeah, I know. And also in reference to,
oh no,
this moment has now been redacted due to the fact of Lee not mentioning it whatsoever. Please have a swell day. And I mean, honestly, what? I didn't think of it as that bad.
Alright, load into the game so that we can do this.
Alright, cool.
Oh, I miss having invincibility frames. It's so nice to be able to just cartwheel with Aqua and not worry about anything. So for those who don't know, because I don't talk about it on stream a whole lot, but I'm a trophy hunter, and I got the platinum for Kingdom Hearts Birth by Sleep a couple days ago. And that meant I needed to beat all the super bosses of Birth by Sleep as Terra, who is slow, and his, unlike Aqua's cartwheel and Ventus's dodge roll, his dash has almost 0 iframes, while Aqua and Ventus have almost infinite iframes. So trying to maneuver that was not a pleasant experience. So it's nice to, and also... trying to do it with Riku and Sora in 3D felt stiff and useless as well. It didn't feel like I was really dodging most of the time. So it's nice to feel like me doing this means something. Your autosave should just have you at the doorway to the fight. I don't want to start this without you.
Thank you.
Alright, I am going to go a little bit ahead, because you being on standard, you're most likely going to finish this faster than me. Well,
hey, ain't no thing.
Now.
Look at me. yeah, 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 yeah.
This is where I met.
Raoul, skip the intro. What are you doing?
I'm
So
trying to
many
see
worlds
what
have been
else I've
lost.
unlocked.
And now we're trapped here in the dark.
So a large amount of the reason we're doing this is because this is what you're supposed to play last before
And I
3.
met 2 boys I considered
Now,
crushing the
when you play Birth by Sleep, this is a much better connection because it shows you what happened to Aqua after the fact. So it fits better, in my opinion.
Aqua.
But canonically, this is supposed to be done afterwards,
They were-
so we're going to do that.
Sora and Riku.
You know, before we go into the last piece of backstory, and then finally just talk our way out
It's
of
getting
it.
warm.
Also, should I just
Well,
skip the
It's
cutscenes?
Sora and Riku who've been helping
I'm
me.
watching the
We're
cutscenes right
trying to get
now,
that door shut for
All right.
good.
but,
same
you know,
boys.
on that basis, I'd suggest you hurry.
Aqua. This is
Because
where my
they're
friends
already
first got
about
the
to,
Keyblade.
the tide's already about to
His
burst out
darkness
at me.
Where we'll find its counterpart. The Keyblade of Darkness has got to be here on the dark side of their world.
I do get, like, honestly, like, like, I'm not trying to, like, deliberately, like, tank all over Dream Drop Distance. It's just, like, it's
It
like
w-
Frenching the girl of your dreams and finding out she's got halitosis.
Oh no.
Like, y'all ever have those?
Ooh, ooh, ooh. Come here, you.
Oh my god, this music is so epic.
What music?
The Tide Battle music.
Come on. I just want to get Spellweaver off. There we go. That hits like a truck. Alright, come on, Nikki. Latch it up. Ooh.
Yeah, laugh it up, Fuzzball. How many bars are you down?
It's got 3.5 left.
Oh, I've only knocked off 3.5. Oh, I forgot about Shotlocks being in this.
I know, didn't you miss him? Damn it, Mickey. No! What? Damn it.
You're all in a Pokeball.
Duh.
Yeah, it's time to bop, 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 bop to the top. Wipe away your inhibitions. Stomp, stomp, stomp.
Me too,
To the
man.
rump.
That's so disappointing. It managed to get me at the last second. If Mickey hadn't done the heal me as I heal myself thing, I would have been fine. I would have won.
Oh no.
Getting stunned like this is really, really, really absurd.
Yeah, that's right. Don't heal me, Mickey. You grief. You see, this is why Minnie's been cheating on you with Goofy. Yo, I take it back. Yo, can you heal me? Nah, never mind. I got myself. Oh my god, that's canon. Minnie cheated on Mickey with Goofy, and that's why we don't know who Max's mother is.
Stop it.
Why you booing me? It fits.
I know it fits, but stop it.
Chat, am I wrong? Press 1 if I'm right, 2 if I'm wrong, and 3 if you're just here so you won't get fined.
Alright, we got Wayfinder already. Works for me. Gotcha.
Alright, come here. Looking like a big old Ferrero Rocher filled with ants.
I miss being able to eat those.
Can you not?
Nuts.
Oh yeah! Because those are actual nuts.
Yes.
Ooh, come here!
I messed up. No, I can't get them.
Yeah, I did it. Again. If you want, I can just pause right here. And then I can just start talking to people about the wonders of NFTs. Look, okay, NFTs is just like Bitcoin, but with me. Everything got its value to it. You know what I'm trying to say?
I'm almost
Like-
there. It only has one bar left. It's shooting the meteors at me right now. So I just need to get it past them. Uh-oh. I got knocked airborne. That's a problem.
Oh no. Airborne. The opposite of ground death.
You're not wrong.
What? So yeah, anyway, where was I? Oh yes, NFTs. You see,
Got it.
alright, I had nothing else. I have no idea what the hell an NFT is. I was just,
That was close. That was very close.
yeah.
It's not
Okay,
beating
just
me
fine.
again. Alright, you can go ahead and unpause.
Let's keep going.
I still gotta know, is that a bra?
That's a good question.
Are Aqua's
I
straps
bet it's in here.
a bra?
There.
Is that what you're after?
Yeah, some
Yep,
people
it's
think
just
that
the
it's
thing I
meant
was
to
looking
function
for.
kind of like a sports bra, where it's just like
Keyblade
meant to
from the dark
support
realm.
and hold them in place.
Keyblade
But
of darkness.
I don't. If I'm not mistaken, they're positioned the
The
wrong
door
way
of
for that
darkness.
to work.
Tied by 2 keys.
They'd have to be like done in a different
The
way
door of
for that to
darkness.
actually be how it is. But oh well,
To seal the light.
we'll worry about it later. For now,
Well, we've got the keys. Now, we find the ones to close the door.
Sorry?
The door between the 2 realms, it won't let a heart with light pass through. So, only darkness keeps spilling out. We can lock the door by using the 2 keyblades. But we need help on both sides. to
Okay,
make
I'm
it
not the
shut.
first.
Well then, since you'll be doing the locking,
I'm not the only person that has ever thought this.
Sorry,
no, of course not.
but the job's taken by somebody else. Oh,
is that the one?
Yup, the door to Kingdom Hearts. Well, it's not the Kingdom Hearts you know. Not exactly.
Nope, she knows
But even though it's
the
small,
true Kingdom Hearts,
it's still
actually.
the heart of many worlds. And
Or
even
at
if it's not a
least the
complete
closest
Kingdom
thing
Hearts,
to the true
we
Kingdom
definitely
Hearts.
can't leave it open like this.
Xehanort's
Or
in
darkness
Birth
will
by
escape
Sleep
and
wasn't
destroy the
perfect, but it
remaining
was the
worlds.
closest one to pulling the real one into their
It's
timeline.
time. With this key and Sora's in the realm of light, we're gonna close this door.
I don't know, never thought about that. I'm
Now,
still wondering
all
why
we
Jill
need
in
is
Resident
Riku.
Evil 1 has shoulder pads as part of her uniform.
Riku.
There!
That's a good question.
That's everybody! Come on, Aqua!
Uh-oh.
Oh, oh no!
Back off!
Oop. She traps it again.
Aqua! Go without me!
No,
Damn, she couldn't hold it. Bro, the demon
Oh, yeah,
tide,
I've forgotten.
seriously, it beats his shirt off.
Yeah, that's what I was about to say. So,
It beats the shirt off of him and rips Aqua into Destiny Islands. Bro, imagine getting your ass beat so hard it literally dissolves your clothes. Like, he got
that's what
cracked.
happened on prom night.
The battle for the realm of light is not won. Thanks to Tara and Mickey, I know what's at stake.
I'm not afraid to take a
I'm not
stand.
afraid. I will face the Lord
Okay, so
God.
your gameplay is like 3 seconds ahead of
The
mine.
next time
Your
someone
stream is
wanders
like
into the
5
realm of
seconds ahead of
darkness,
mine. We're very close
I'll
to
be
each
there.
other.
A light to cut through all the shadows. I will be their wayfinder.
I love that.
And one day, I'll return to Terra and Ven. I am Master Aqua, and that's a promise.
It still ruins me that the quality of the gameplay is better than the quality of the cutscenes
Like, what do you mean?
in 0.2. Like, Mickey looks fantastic, but, like, the gameplay makes Aqua look better than the cutscenes, which is extremely abnormal for Final Fantasy standards.
Yeah.
It's abnormal for most games, but, you know, especially Final Fantasy is known for those opening and ending cutscenes being top tier.
No, Sora, let's go.
Which, by the way, do you want to randomly talk about the whole thing about Final Fantasy 16?
I know almost nothing about it.
They just made an announcement that they're delaying the game a full year due to the fact that they don't want to push the developers due to them working from home.
Which is fair. I can respect that.
And they put out like a full statement like, we know we had like more things to announce at the end of 2021, but unfortunately we couldn't keep our word. And for that, we apologize. Explained all of the other stuff, and then was like, but we hope to have something for you guys later on in 2022. Please respectfully wait.
They did it.
Yeah, I haven't been crazy about anything Final Fantasy since I played 12 back in middle school. So I'm perfectly okay with being patient for 16. Because I didn't have any interest in 13. I tried 14 and couldn't get into it. 15 was okay. You know, I'm not going to freak out in the wait for 16. It'll be here when we're ready.
Yeah.
You'll know.
This is so...
where I am.
This is so depressing to watch.
I'm just going to skip the credits portion.
Yeah. I did too.
I thought I heard her voice in the distance.
Yeah, that's right, Sasuke.
She sacrificed herself to save me? Why did you keep it from me for so long?
I had to respect her choice.
What about us?
She didn't ask him to keep it a secret.
Given us a choice.
And also,
we could have gone and helped her.
Yeah, we didn't even release her game yet.
As Mickey told you clearly in his story, reaching the realm of darkness the first time was not a simple task. And even if we had found a way back in, regrettably none of us possess the necessary means to get Aqua back out safely.
Yeah, and Sid looking on
So
fleek,
I
though.
forbade Mickey from telling
Yo, for real, the details in his beard.
Seriously, the waves in his beard are so clean. That man
It's
has
almost
a
like
comb.
you-
Sora would have staged a reckless
Like, my dude, I'm waiting for him to just, like, have the beard stand up and start barking at people.
Now, we can help Aqua. You and I. We're gonna go find her.
Yeah, count me in.
Yep.
Hi, Sakura. I mean, Kairi.
Where's the old one?
Knew me?
Yeah.
Think about it.
You're
They're
more like
both wearing
Sarah.
pink.
No,
They're
I
both
see
like-
it. I see
Can I be
it. They
flattered?
both do almost nothing compared to
I
the
try
two
too
main
hard to be the role
characters.
model. It's more fun to just listen to my heart.
I'll give
Which
Kairi
is
this though.
Sora
When I
asked-
was a kid, I had a
Well,
huge crush on Kingdom
we
Hearts
still
2
like you.
Kairi. I thought her with that
But
long
you
hair, I
wanted
thought
to
her
help
pink dress
somehow.
was so pretty.
What
I thought
can
she
I
was
do?
so beautiful.
I have entrusted the
That's
wizard
me
Merlin
with
to oversee
Cissney
the
and Crisis Core.
new Keyblade wielders, yourself and Lee.
That's a me!
He means Axel.
That's a Lee!
He's a regular person now.
Yeah,
He
he's a regular person now.
You can trust him.
And besides, Sora's on its way here, and we can't have this overlap.
To go. First, we gotta find an entrance to the realm of darkness.
Mickey, take these along with you.
Actually, this is technically part of the beginning of 3.
Be presented with them. They
I
are
just
the
want to know,
vessels
like,
which will shield the both of you.
can you buy those suitcases?
Okay.
Like, Those just
Yes,
remind me of
actually.
the Gucci Xbox that just came out.
Let me see. So it exists.
Will appear in June 2022 as part of the.
Okay. 20th anniversary.
Secret.
Yep.
Actually, today was
And-
the 20th anniversary,
I'm
I
back.
think.
Huh?
Hey, Tien, what's up?
Just us?
Welcome in, my dude.
The others all had important work to do.
How you doing?
Yeah.
I sent them on their way.
How's Pox?
Lee, do you
That's great.
What?
do you want to know the
Goodbye.
price?
What?
It is not. I just
Like
to
they
say
have
goodbye to
5
all my
different
friends.
designs. One of them is you.
I'm here
Me?
now, right?
Like Ventus
Yeah.
or Lee?
Matters to discuss.
Lee,
Ooh. How
In
much?
order to defeat Xehanort, there are allies.
Are you
we
sitting
must
down?
gather,
Yes.
acting now to rouse them from their slumber.
52,000
We
yen,
discussed this before, Sora.
Oh.
Your mark of mastery exam
which translates to
was conducted in the hopes you would
$460,
Yeah.
acquire the power to wake them.
and they're
However,
Japanese
the
only.
darkness nearly took control of you, and your
We could get them
grasp
shipped.
But they
of
look
your
nice.
abilities leaves much to be desired.
Damn, he really just said Sora, ain't it?
Merely made you his vessel, and in the process stripped you of most of the power you had gained by then. I suspect you have
Oh god,
already
why do I
lost
feel
this
like they're now
opportunity.
gonna make like a Boruto style Kingdom Hearts game?
A lot of people want that so we can
Whatever.
see, like, Max
Happens all the time.
in the game
Yes.
as the Goofy companion.
Chip and Dale are
Then
currently analyzing
which
data
one
and
of
summaries
the
provided to
nephews,
you,
I would guess?
and which
They
could
might
offer us a
finally
clue to
give
retrieving
Donald a
our
kid.
friend's lost hearts. I have very
Or
high
they can
hopes
just
that
do
this will
the female
however,
cousin from
our greatest
DuckTales.
chance of stopping
Maybe.
Xehanort's plan.
Because they would give Sora...
Still lies
It would probably
with
be
you,
the child of Sora
Sora.
and Kairi.
If you trust the guidance your heart gives.
And
I know
then
you will
Max.
find
So
all
it would make sense for them to give Donald a child instead of one of his nephews.
Oh my god, I'm just thinking, alright, so you remember how in 3D they went into that Musketeers world?
Yeah.
And like Mickey had no idea who they were?
The power of waking.
What if in this hypothetical game that we're just mentioning,
There's someone
what
who
if they
lost
go
his soul
through
and found
a
a
Goofy movie world
true hero to whom you want to be.
Oh my god.
Perhaps he can point you
and we
in the
finally
right
have like that rhythm
Look
section
at how
with Max
excited
and
Sora
Powerline?
is. Look at how excited Sora is to go see Hercules, Hercules, Hercules.
I would have it no other way.
Oh my god.
In your hands.
But, yeah,
Donald,
like, I've been looking forward to a Powerline world for literally all of the series.
Huh?
Because Goofy movie is one of my favorite Disney movies of all time.
Yeah, it doesn't get enough love.
Hey, Sora didn't fail the exam. Yen Sid just likes how, he just likes Riku a bit extra.
Oh, this is gonna be lots of fun.
It's not a vacation. Let's go. Count on us.
So the first 30 or so minutes dedicated to this, then it's about an hour or so
How are
for
we
back
supposed to get
cover,
there now?
and then that leaves about 30-40 minutes if we want to stick to 2 hours to talk about it,
Like
but
all the old
we can always
highways
go
are
over.
closed. Didn't Master Yen Sid say that Sora should trust the guidance his heart gives?
I'll be fine with that considering my plan for tomorrow is to just do... Well, I have a quote-unquote busy
Give me a
day
break.
tomorrow,
I'm trying. These things take time.
but it's
Well,
literally
since
just
you've
me
already
doing
been
2
before,
things.
Why don't you try picturing our friends like
Waking
we're
up
there?
early, watching the new season of Cobra Kai. And then
Sorry,
I'm
I got
going to
nothing.
stream a
What
straight-up
did you expect?
marathon to catch up on the last 2 platinums I need.
Huh? What's that?
Master
Well,
Yen Sid
3
always said
platinums,
that.
because I'm
Right
nearly
before
done
we
with
went
one
off on
game.
any of our real important adventures.
Really? Ring a bell?
Also, now that I got the
Well,
director's
you
cut
just
cheap,
imagined it.
that means you're now more than
May my
welcome to
heart
use
be my
Ghost of
guiding
Tsushima whenever
key.
you want.
It's fine by me. May your heart be your guiding key.
I got it!
Yeah, I understand that they're trying to make that like the tagline,
Mm-hmm.
All
but
right.
I'm sorry.
Olympus Coliseum, here we come!
I would have much preferred if Kingdom Hearts 3 was marketed as "Don't let the darkness take you."
Actually, though, may your heart be your guiding key is the tagline of 3.
I understand that,
I'm just saying,
but I reject
All right.
reality and substitute it with one of my own.
reality can be whatever you want. Is that it? Alright.
219. 365. Genji fine. I want to tell you to me one more time. Get low. Get
Alright,
low, get
and
low.
now we go back to the main menu. We switch our category to key.
How do I spell that again?
CHI. It'll pop up right at the top. And then we watch back cover. Unfortunately, 2.8 and back cover itself don't have Twitch categories. So we can't use either of them, so we have to kind of like maneuver with what we got.
No doubt. Okay.
Alright, main menu, back. Alright, Raul, are you ready for the final piece?
Of like a burger.
Alright, let me know when you're ready for back cover.
Okay, I got. Okay, can I
Oh, you're
take
already
a
on it,
guess?
okay.
Just based off of this.
Okay, what's your guess?
Okay, there's a mother, a father, and then 3 kids. One who's obviously the mage, one that wants to be the monk, and the other one that's Kajat from Skyrim.
Khajiit.
Bless you.
Do you want me to tell you if you're right?
No, I know I'm completely wrong.
Okay.
Lee, this is how we put up banter.
I just wanted to see, like, can you imagine if I confirmed literally any of that?
I didn't want you.
The Khajiit one isn't inherently wrong. It's like, well, yes, but actually no. Alright, let's do this. The book.
Turn on my subtitles.
The book. So
Well-
this is what the game looked like if you never played it.
I never did.
Yeah,
I
this
never
is
knew
what the
it
game looked
existed.
like. So those symbols that you just saw, the animal heads, were the different factions you could choose to join up in. And you were able to fight alongside, people of your faction. The people in the animal masks are the leaders, known as foretellers.
Then why is there 5 of them?
Technically, there's 6.
So that doesn't make my question like wrong.
No, it doesn't. Also, this
Like-
is actually music from it as well.
So wait, when does this take place?
It takes place, so I don't know. I don't think it's canon, but it's theorized that that there are 2 Keyblade Wars. and that this is the second one from several decades ago in canon. So, remember how Kyrie's grandmother, old as she was talking about people fighting over light, and then it was the hearts of children that saved the world?
Yeah.
She was there for the Keyblade War. So, it's within the last 60, 70, 80 years, something like that. So, what you're looking at, is the scenes as you go through the different games. And the person in the black coat is someone called the Master of Masters. Yeah, look at that scene. You actually fight some of the foretellers. They start fighting each other. And did you see that battlefield, all the people on it?
Yeah.
Look at that.
Is that the Keyblade graveyard?
Yes, that's how it was created.
Oh. Oh, I almost thought that was the whole thing.
No. Case of Lushu.
Bless you. So wait,
So
are
that
these
makes you
scenes
the
in the
indisposable
mobile
number
game
7.
too?
Yes.
Huh. Come on, it's simple. U6 plus me is 7. Wait, don't tell me I don't count.
That is somebody known as the Master of Masters. The number one Keyblade wielder above all others.
Then why is he in...
The original holder of Xehanort's
Here, take
Keyblade.
it.
Oh.
In the Master's playful and mischievous way, he gave his apprentice Lushu a very important role.
And the Master is actually, like, behavior-wise, he's kind of like Deadpool, to be honest with you. An absolute goofball.
But he will still, like, run your pocket,
Yes.
your purse.
Yes. On beginner at level 99, on my best day, I probably could not square up to him if he were a fight.
One day, this would be called the Age of Fairy Tales. It all began here in Daybreak Town.
So we've had
The
Twilight
Master
Town,
of
now we have
Masters
Daybreak
had an
Town.
eye that gazes into the future.
The eye on his Keyblade.
Yeah, but when are we gonna
He
get New
bestowed
Moon,
upon
Bill?
5 of his 6 apprentices a copy of the Book of Prophecies, in which was written the events to come.
So the
Or
eye in
cl-
his Keyblade is able to see future events, and he gave books that tell what's going to happen to the foretellers. The 6th one got something different. Case of Ira. So this just gives a little bit of explanation into
did you look
each
through
of
the
the
book?
Oh,
foretellers.
Yes. But I'm still analyzing it.
Wow, no quick skim for you, huh?
I just prefer to be thorough. Master, is what it says in the last passage
I'm a
true?
horseman.
Oh yeah, that. Bummer, huh?
Yes.
Am I Arthur?
By the way, if one day I suddenly disappear, I'm counting on you to keep the others calm, okay?
Huh? Disappear?
Vanish, dim, fade, tap. I don't know how to explain it. It's just hypothetical talk.
Okay.
Why does
This
that voice
world is
sound
full of
familiar?
light.
Which
It's
one?
a world comprised of
Master
many
of
small
Masters.
worlds, all connected, stretching as far as the eye can see. One great light protects us all throughout this vast
The
land.
voice actor is
All
Ray
worlds share
Chase.
One light, one fate.
I take it you're talking about Kingdom Hearts.
Yep, you're right on the money. People believe that the light that is Kingdom Hearts will be here forever. But if it were to disappear,
Oh, that's
the world would
Noctis.
be enveloped in darkness.
Yeah.
I understand.
That's why.
That is why you granted us these Keyblades. With these, we can spread the teachings of light. And we can protect Kingdom Hearts
That's
from
why that
darkness.
voice
No,
sounds familiar.
Not for protecting Kingdom Hearts.
Huh?
The final
not.
passage reads, "On that fated land, a great war shall transpire. Darkness will prevail, and the light expire."
Isn't it our duty as Keyblade wielders to prevent this war from taking place?
Not possible.
What?
You really think you can change the future?
Then, what do you want us to do?
We
You see
have
how
to focus
nonchalant
on
he
what
is about
comes
it?
After.
Yeah.
There's no use thinking of ways to change events that we know are gonna happen.
But what about all of those who are here now?
Tien, that is wild.
And
in the
the
chat,
ones who will
I
be
don't
here when the
understand it.
darkness
I'll
finally
probably
comes.
look into it afterwards. And yes, it is a hood with a
Abandon
mouth.
all of them?
Come on. Are you telling me that you think the world can be saved by just 7 people?
Friendly reminder that it's
We have
7
to at
lights
least
versus
try.
13 darknesses
With
that we're
enough
going into
Keyblade
with
wielders,
3.
we could-
Well, if you want to give it a
Right.
shot.
So what we're attempting is to save the
Alrighty.
world with
Good
7
luck.
people.
I
So-
mean, can't we? I mean, you, me, Lou, Ben, Arhenis,
Look at the
Adrian,
Keyblades.
and
Those
Grandpa.
are their
So
Keyblades.
The reliable Era, who wore the mask of the unicorn, was given his role to take over for the Master and to lead the others.
So the Master went on a journey
Similarly,
and
the virtuous
disappeared,
Indy, who wore
and
the
each
mask
of them
the
split
snake,
as
was
leaders
given
into
her role
5
to watch over the
factions.
others with a fair eye. The fearless Aced, who wore the mask of the bear, was given his role to support their brand new leader, Era. The prudent Ava, who wore
This
the mask of the
is my
fox,
Master.
was given her role to prepare exceptional Keyblade wielders for the world after. The cool-headed Gula, who wore the mask of the leopard, was given his role to uncover the mystery of the Book of Prophecies. Lushu, the first of the apprentices to be given their role, watched his companions from afar as they learned
Dang,
what
that's
it
a
was that they were
suitcase.
meant to do.
Yep.
Then he disappeared.
He had a separate role
Not
from the
long after
others.
that, the Master vanished, dimmed, and faded without a trace.
So the 5 are alone. They have nobody to lead except themselves, and they're not sure exactly what they're doing. They just know that light
This is
is
where your
foreseen
story
to
began.
die out.
The story of your very own adventure. 5 of the Master's apprentices armed themselves with the Book of Prophecies. They each created a union. This would fulfill his wishes. Then they set out to rally Keyblade wielders just like you. By defeating Heartless, the monsters of darkness, they would gather light.
Oh, I thought that was the end already.
No. It's going to go through a little bit for each of the foretellers. So we went through Lushu, we went through
There's a traitor
Era.
among us.
Oh, they're playing Among Us.
Are you certain?
Pretty
They
much.
called the emergency
What proof do you
meeting.
have?
That's technically true.
I found this sniffing around.
Is that a dark Cherokee?
Aw.
Cherethies were kind of like the guiding
A
souls
nightmare?
that helped each Keyblade wielder learn their way and help gather light. But a dark Cherokee is one that's been corrupted by the darkness. And they started corrupting the wielders,
Master, did you
and
make
that's
us?
how the Keyblade War happened. The dark Cherethies taught them the ways of darkness, and it polluted them.
But this spirit
Also, listen.
is gonna make your lives much easier. Oh,
It's the theme of the Dream Eaters.
you could say they're
Ah.
like cats or dogs. And they'll be your loyal pets. Every wielder will have one of these adorable little guys at their side. They're here to help, so play nice.
Okay.
Aw.
Oh, right. Before I forget. If a wielder is overcome by malice, or rather, if their heart is tainted by darkness, their adorable little spirit will turn dark and become a nightmare.
So you're telling us that if we see a nightmare...
Someone has fallen into darkness.
And in turn, the nightmare Chirithy will also try to turn others.
It'll plant darkness
Yep.
in the hearts of others.
Exactly.
And you'll have an army of nightmares on your hands. Beware.
So, if we see one of these nightmares anywhere, we have to get rid of it on the spot.
No! I won't let you do that!
No
I love
wonder
my
you
master.
as the bear. You're scared.
Isn't she so precious?
Your point?
Yeah.
Maybe you can growl at them.
Ugh, don't insult me!
Come on,
He really
Hussein.
took her
You
seriously.
won't know if it works unless you try.
He really is
Tell
just
me you're
Deadpool.
joking.
He's just raw
That's not me.
comedic chaos.
There's an easy way to solve this.
Oh, that's
We
what
all
I
summon
should
our
add for
spirits,
the
and
marathon
we'll know.
tomorrow. Finally played through both demos
there are
of
countless wielders in our
Strangers
union.
of Paradise.
It would be easy for any of us to summon a Chirithy that isn't a nightmare. I'm afraid that your suggestion wouldn't help us get to the bottom of this.
Yeah, in that case, who's to say that the nightmare you saw belongs to one of us? It could belong to anyone in our unions.
That's highly unlikely. Do you recall the tool the wielders were given in order to make them stronger? We generally don't concern ourselves with what they have at their disposal. However, I believe those tools were the nightmare's doing.
The bangles. I know when they're equipped, they have the power to collect dark energy. But I thought we all agreed that was okay.
Collecting is fine,
Her voice is so
but
cute,
using
too.
that power is the equivalent of using the power of darkness.
It's a brilliant plan. Everyone knows that all spirits look the same, and wielders exist in spades.
Wow, she's only
There's
20.
no way to tell.
Her voice actor.
Oh no. Everyone's already equipped their bangles.
So what now?
She wasn't even an
How
adult
do
when
we
she was
find out
voicing that.
who's
No wonder she
behind
sounds
this?
so young.
Seeing as those bangles couldn't have been acquired by just anyone, I believe it's one of us here in this room.
No, Ira. I respectfully disagree. What proof
Oh,
do we
so
have
now
that
they're
the
going through
bangles
the
are
voting
tied to the power
process.
of darkness?
Yes.
Or if a nightmare is to blame. We shouldn't simply jump to conclusions.
Ira, some leader you are. You've managed to plant seeds of doubt in all of us with that speech. What? Did you expect the traitor to give themselves up with that accusation of yours? That was foolish.
I said, that's quite enough.
It looks to me like the Master made the wrong choice.
Ooh.
Wait, where do you think you're going?
I think we're done here. I trust you'll keep us all updated.
I hope we can all resolve this soon.
This is very similar to Birth by Sleep, where
That didn't
some
go
of
as
them
expected.
are adults
wrong,
or
Ira?
near adults,
This isn't
kind of like how
Gladstone.
Tara was 19,
A lost page.
Yeah.
while some of them are only
Something's
14,
missing
15
from our
years
book
old.
Of prophecies. Each of our copies were said to contain the events of the future. But this incident, well, it's nowhere to be found.
And how does this whole thing with the traitor tie together?
Like I said, it's nowhere to be found. In my book.
Ira, are you implying that someone is in possession of the missing page? And the person with the complete book is the traitor?
There is something going on, and a page is suspiciously missing from the book. It's not so far-fetched to assume that the one who has the lost page has been turned, that they have fallen into the hands of darkness. Trust me.
There seems to be no record of it in my book either. You may be onto something.
The lack of
I
existence
wonder,
suggests its
has that been the
existence.
Master's plan all along?
Yeah, that
To
hurt me.
grant the lost page to only one of us.
We have no way of knowing. The Master is gone.
I understand what you're saying. I promise to keep a close eye on the others. I will keep you informed, as always.
Thanks.
Of course. After all, that is what the Master asked of me. And Ira, may your heart be your guiding key.
You see, it's still...
Case of Envy. The serpent.
So, to sum it up...
You see, the more they
I'll
say
need you
that...
to observe the others. Easy breezy.
All right.
Like I said, Ira may have to take over for me. But don't be shy. Just be fair. Then do not be afraid to speak up. Even though I say observe, you'll need to be the mediator. Make sure people get along.
I understand. But without you or Lushu, to form and maintain our own unions is... It's a little unnerving, to be honest.
Oh, come on. Lighten up a little. Maybe I'll never disappear. Do you want me to go?
What? No, of course not.
I was just kidding.
You want me to poof?
I see.
Okay, what would you rather
get that
do?
change
Have
can
to
be hard
refight
for
Lingering Will again, or the
But
Masters of
things need
Masters?
to keep moving
I
forward.
would give the Master of Masters a
keep
try,
up.
but honestly, it would
Otherwise,
probably
we'll just
even
get
worse.
left behind.
It would probably be even worse.
Now that you know what the future holds.
Okay, you face the Master of
what's your heart
Masters,
say?
but it's under Birth by
Your
Sleep
heart's
rules.
your guiding key. I say it all the time.
Who am I
You
playing as?
ultimately need to do what your heart feels is right.
Then,
Yeah, I could beat him.
Right.
you didn't let me finish.
A
It's
few
on
days
critical.
Wrong
later.
about Ira.
Huh?
I thought he would make
But
a
you're
great
playing on
leader,
critical.
but he
Yeah?
let me
I
down.
beat everybody else on critical, even as Terra.
Well, what do you two think? You don't believe what
Well,
Ira said.
excuse
do you?
me, serve my
Of course
plate.
not. His argument was unconvincing. It's like Invi said. He's just making baseless assumptions given the situation. There's no evidence to tie his accusations to anyone. Let alone
Here's the
one of
problem.
us.
If it is one of the five, we've
Maybe
already
there's
seen the
something he hasn't
backstory
told us.
of the two who
He
aren't
needs
in
to
the
tell
room.
us. How dare he look at us with suspicion?
That means if one
We're
of them
his
is the
comrades.
traitor, it's one of the three we're looking at.
I wouldn't call us comrades. Anyway, could you get to the point? I know you didn't call us here just to complain.
I want the three of us to form an alliance.
But alliances are forbidden, us said.
I knew it. I had a feeling it would come to this. So, we join forces, then confront Ira?
Confronting him is pointless. Ira won't change his mind. I know there's darkness at work. There's no question. But I don't believe for a second there's a traitor among us. Unfortunately, Ira doesn't share the same belief. He's just wasting time trying to figure out who the traitor is. The darkness won't wait, and neither should we. We need to band together now and find a way to fight it.
Guess it makes sense.
I agree that we need to
He
do
really
something
could have
to
said,
fight
everybody
darkness.
pull out your books right now.
But combining our unions,
And
that was strictly
and
forbidden by
turn
the
to
Master.
page 390.
Exactly. Like, they pointed out that summoning the Chirithes
Let's
to
be
prove
clear.
wouldn't work.
The alliance is just between the two of us right now.
But if they all brought out their books
Don't want
instead,
my
they
union
could
members
prove
involved.
who doesn't have the missing,
Ugh.
like, who doesn't have a gap.
I want to follow the Master's teachings.
Understood. That's your choice to make. You should do whatever you feel is right.
Yeah.
By the way, Ased, do Ira and Invi know?
I haven't talked to Ira about it for obvious reasons, but I did ask Envy to join us.
You wanted to see me? Gula, Ava, what are you doing here? What's the meaning of this?
Hear me out, Envy. I want an alliance among our unions. Gula here has already agreed. Will you join us? And together we can...
And disobey the Master's teachings?
We don't have a choice. Darkness is approaching, and we need to combine our strength to stand against it.
The Master bestowed each of us with a different role, and he specifically told us to keep our union separate, to maintain the balance of power. He told us that any imbalance would lead to a desire for more power, which leads to darkness. I know you haven't
That logic
forgotten.
isn't faulty, to be fair.
Perhaps it's you who has been tainted by darkness.
Ooh. The accusation.
I'm tainted by
Arthur!
darkness. Then what about you, Envy? You spy
His
on
face
us
kind of
and
makes him
report
look like
Has
it, too.
the darkness taken you, Envy?
said?
No darkness in your heart after what you did?
Because that is my role.
To observe us, yes. But not to disclose everything we say and do to Ira.
That's...
For all we know, you and Ira could be allies, scheming behind our backs.
that's enough.
I was in electrical. I was just doing my tasks.
When will it stop? I don't want us to turn against each other.
She just doesn't want everything to fall apart.
Oh, hello. Your name is Ephemer, right?
Uh-huh.
We love Ephemer in this household. He's a good boy.
Uh-huh.
Why the long face? Did something happen?
Long day.
Look at, she's so little, her feet
Do
don't
you
even
remember
touch the
what you asked me
ground.
before?
Yeah, it's just
About
like you.
why the unions compete against each other instead of working together.
Uncalled for. I was talking about her being young.
Actually,
And I'm saying that because you're fun size, except where it counts.
Isn't it just
Ayo,
because
dab.
the master said so?
yes.
Alright, I'll see y'all tomorrow.
The master said so. So it is.
Look, all I said was this. Your feet don't touch the
I
floor.
really started to
Stop
wonder.
it.
You once told me that
What?
you were looking for answers.
Don't worry about it.
That you wanted to
What?
solve the mysteries
Let's just
of this
listen to
world.
Ava.
Well, I think that's how
I've been
things should
following
be.
her teachings for the last several
We need to
years,
question
so...
things and think for ourselves.
And now you're the teacher.
Whoa!
Yeah?
You are really not yourself today. I guess even foretellers have their off days.
Oh my god,
Hey,
that's
Maybe
Prompto.
talking about the book will cheer you up.
Not a chance.
Aww.
That's Ultra Instinct
You were trying to
Pronto.
pull
I mean
a fast one
Prompto.
with me, weren't you?
Oh, no, I was joking.
No, that's his name, Pronto.
You say so? But to be honest, I think it would be great if all the unions could work together and be friends.
You know, I made a friend from another union today.
That's you, in
Wasn't much
canon.
of a talker. Maybe
What?
just shy. We're meeting again tomorrow.
The friend that he makes is the player
That
character.
sounds like so much fun. Then
Why is
you
that
better go home
me?
and get some sleep.
Okay,
Because in this case, you're the player character.
You're the player.
it was nice talking to you.
Well,
I don't know what
on
you
my
guys are
screen,
about,
yes.
but please cheer up.
On your screen, he's talking about you.
Thank you.
Why you talking caca-poo-poo pee-pee shire about me?
The worst
I'll
happens.
jab you.
I'll be glad to leave the future.
I'll give you a hernia.
in the way that
Anyway,
let the wind carry you far, far away. My dandelions.
Oh, that's why she's your teacher. Because she calls everyone your dandelions,
Envy,
and you're now the lotus.
have you learned something?
Which means the next person you
It seems as though
train
Gula's unions are
will
now allies.
probably be Rose
So
Petals.
said is the traitor after all.
No, I don't believe he is.
You see,
Why is
you
that?
think I'm joking,
Tua said, unification is a
but
means
keep in mind, my
gathering
nephew
strength to
is
oppose
at the right
darkness.
age.
So
yeah.
I believe his heart still belongs to the light.
Even so, forming alliances was strictly forbidden by the Master.
Yes, and his teachings are absolute. That's why I will try and persuade Gula to dissolve their alliance.
Then I'll do it.
No. Please, let me do the talking. Your intervention will do nothing more than spur Ased's anger.
All right. I'll leave it to you.
And one more thing. Ased has begun to question the two of us. As a precaution, my reports will be less frequent. I don't want him to get the wrong idea. Please understand.
Yes, I do.
A few months later.
I'm telling you, he turns himself into a pickle.
Done with what?
He's called Pickle Rick, and
The
it's the
alliance.
funniest thing
I
ever.
think it's time to call it quits.
For what reason?
To put it simply, I entered this alliance thinking we were preparing to fight some impending darkness, but it hasn't come. In fact, there haven't been any suspicious incidents recently, and you haven't rallied anyone else to your cause.
Yeah, but...
This alliance is meaningless. Even Envy agrees. Oh.
Envy?
Uh-oh. You weren't supposed to find out.
Is Envy the one who told you to break our alliance?
Has the darkness taken you?
But I'm the one who decided to do it. And I've already told you why.
Uh-oh.
But we don't even know who the traitor is yet!
Yo, he's gonna smack the taste out of that kid's mouth.
And that's exactly why. I just can't trust anyone but myself.
Don't you realize you won't stand a chance against the darkness on your own?
Sorry, my mind's made up.
Envy, you will regret this.
Uh-oh.
Oh my god, you know what this makes me think of?
Huh.
You ever seen that gif
Case
of like... of,
My bad.
Donald Glover coming back with like pizza in his hand?
I
and
reference
he-
it all the time.
That's how I feel
all
like
the
the
time.
Master of Masters is gonna be like coming back.
You didn't forget, did you? You're the one who called me here.
Lighten up! I was just kidding. I didn't forget. Give me a little credit here. I was just testing you.
Is it alright if I just like pause real quick? I just need to grab myself something to drink.
Sure.
You want me to grab you anything?
No, I'm okay. I have a water.
Okay, good, because I wasn't gonna like pause it for half an hour just to drop off.
We can meet in the middle, make it 15 minutes.
I mean, let's face it, I would totally do that.
Yeah, we would.
Or better yet, when we're streaming in the same house.
Hey, yo, you want anything? Yeah, sure. Can you grab me an apple juice? Knocks on the door.
And knowing me, I'd just be like, here you go, I got you a good one. One of the good juicy juices. And here's the straw. I know how much you like putting it in the juice box.
Oh my god.
Okay,
Right.
I'm ready to go.
3, 2, 1, continue.
Allow me to tell you about your role. You're going to be Ira's right-hand man.
What?
Okay.
I mean,
Ira's right-hand man? What do you mean?
My stream is a
Ira's
few seconds
gonna be
behind
the
yours.
director I'm going, see? So, just stand by. Don't
But
disappoint.
your
That should
stream
fix
is
it.
Explain to
in
me,
your
Master.
stream is in sync
What do
with
you
my
mean
game,
Ira's going to be leader?
like perfectly
Yep.
in sync, frame for frame.
Is that disappointment I hear?
I got you.
Did you want to be leader?
No! I mean, if you had asked me to be the leader, that's a different story, but I wasn't trying.
You really want to be leader, huh?
Well...
I know you want it, but that just isn't enough. Any chump can say, here's a huge promotion, good job, and make you head honcho. But enthusiasm alone doesn't make a great leader. Ira needs someone like you.
Tien, I don't
to give him a
understand the
push in right
reference.
direction.
I agree. Ira is definitely the
Yeah,
most
I don't
worthy
understand what that
among
means
us.
either.
I'm sure he'll make a fine leader.
I understand Furies due to
Wait,
me
I agree that he is
beating
worthy,
God of War
but
Ascension.
why do we need
Look,
a new leader,
so
Master?
we pretty much just
Does
watched
that
the
mean
same
we'll no
thing
longer be
happen
teaching us?
that happened with Birth by Sleep. Aqua got made Master. Ira got made the Master's successor. And so Terra and Aced, who have very similarly shaped Keyblades, are upset and jealous.
Why? Where?
Oh, Warhammer.
If you're listening, it was embarrassing for me. Anyway, I don't know if I'm gonna disappear or not. It's anyone's guess.
Wait,
right now.
it's fitting because notice their
You need to support Ira.
Ased's like color tone is
No,
pretty
he's
much
quite
the same as
serious.
Terra's.
He's always
Yeah.
just thinking and thinking and thinking behind that unicorn mask of his. So everyone will be counting on you to spur him into action.
Right.
You might not be entirely happy with your role, but just know that it's the most important one. Capiche?
Oh, you just sent me the video. That's actually kind of cool.
Yeah, it's actually like your stream and my stream are
Sometime
perfect.
later you might think,
Awesome.
in which case it'll be your job to step up. Who knows? Your leadership might be just what everyone needs.
Ooh, he's sowing the seeds of betrayal right now. He's saying if your friend can't hold it, it's your job to take over. That's not good.
Guiding key.
Yeah.
Like I said,
That's dangerous.
It's been over a year since the Master left. It's time for me to fulfill my true role.
I'm also getting absolutely demolished by their bloody guns. Oh, Tien, I didn't realize you also cosplay as Ben.
He thinks it's his turn to take over because Ira has failed. So he's trying to kill Envy.
Why do you get in my way?
And this is the Kingdom Hearts 1 battle music.
Don't be so conceited. I'm protecting the balance. Just like the
Oh, look, it's
Master
me.
told us to. You need to come to your senses.
Uh-huh. No, but your petals scatter in the wind.
True.
If we don't do something,
Those
light
just
will
like
expire. Then we won't be
just
able to
skim
avoid the
loftily
grim
down the
future that
stream.
awaits.
Oh, you're
We need to
crying.
defy
Or is that
the
sweat?
Master's teachings to protect the world.
No, he's crying.
Saying he was wrong?
He's not here anymore. I won't
They all
let
had
his
the
prophecy
eye on their
come true.
keychains.
I won't let the
world fall into the darkness.
He
So,
wielded that
translate.
he wielded that like Riku too. Oh.
So, has the darkness taken you, I said.
No. Don't do it. So this is pretty much like literally Terra versus Aqua.
Yeah, literally, because one's ground.
One's water.
Yeah.
If I'm not mistaken, each one controls a different element.
Ava, over here!
Wait, so do all 5 of them get together and summon Captain Planet, which is really just the Master of Masters?
I found out who the traitor is. Regrettably.
No, that's not true.
Ava, there's no time to lose.
You see how hers was so gentle compared to the others?
May my heart be
Yeah.
my guiding key.
Knowing me, in order for me to summon my Keyblade, I would just pull it out of my chest.
Pretty sure someone does that. Anyway. Now it's starting to look like Bloodborne. So much for beautiful, peaceful Daybreak Town.
Yeah, now it's just nightfall.
Case of Gula.
Master. Master?
It's like trying to deal with Squidward from Dark Souls.
Sure. Oh, no, stay. Now where? Ah, here it is.
I got a surprise for you.
Look,
I
the
got
missing
what you
page.
wanted.
What's this?
You couldn't just hand me the whole book?
Read it.
The master gave me a book. He gave me a piece of paper. I got a rock.
Yep. It's a page that's not in any of your books.
Look.
And what's written here is...
Your role. You must find the traitor hidden among you, and stop them before it's too late. And in order to help you find the traitor...
I get it. That's why you gave us all different roles.
It's completely backwards from what they think it is.
The job they were given.
They think whoever has the page is the traitor. Instead, the person who has it is supposed to find the traitor.
Way to steal my thunder, show off. Huh?
So Gula, with his crappy attitude and go along with what everyone else says, made it seem like he's the one stabbing people in the back.
My sheer genius.
But no.
Sorry.
His whole responsibility was not to do anything.
Was my logic flawed?
Oh, you were right. So, I guess now you've earned your time in the limelight. Even though there is a traitor, act normal and keep focused. Trust no one but yourself.
He's Arthur.
Yes.
Wait, what's his mask? An ocelot?
Fox. Close enough. Or wait, no.
Trust no one but myself.
No, he's not the fox. He's the leopard, I think.
I'm gonna say ocelot.
Let me look real quick. So, yeah, he's a leopard. His union is called the Leopardos.
Do you want to know what my role is? The books we were given are incomplete. There's a lost page.
Lost page?
On that page, it is written that there is a traitor. The master told me to find and stop that person.
Look at his Keyblade. It's just one giant sharp point.
You, my comrade.
The whole thing is just a bunch of spikes.
Never again, Gula. It doesn't matter to me.
Has
that you
the
think I am a
darkness
traitor.
taken you,
want to
Gula?
strike me down. You knew there was a traitor, and you just watched silently as we fought each other.
Oh no, Bear in the Big Blue House is angry.
He about to send this boy to Luna.
They stay on your feet. Just give up already.
Don't you underestimate me!
Cast Kuraga.
Please stop!
He really just beat the entire crap out of that child.
Look, he's walking like Grandpa.
That's because this
Wherever
is
you
after
are,
all of them jumped him.
Why did it have to come to this?
She is basically the Ventus. She's the foreteller in charge of the wind. That's her element. Uh-oh.
Title of my sex tape.
Push me off and make it quick.
That's not what brought me here today. I wish to fulfill the role bestowed upon me. That's all. It isn't our place to try to change the events of the future. That is not our mission. We're here to make sure that light lives on. With only 5 lights, we can't afford to lose any.
You still count me as one of the 5 lights?
Of course.
Only you.
I know. That's why I'm the traitor.
Everything we've been through.
Right.
But hey, I guess that's one of the reasons I respect you so much.
That's why it was me, Dio.
There still might only be 4. I'm talking about Gula. He's using the knowledge of something called the Lost Page.
Which Ira thinks is the missing piece.
It contains events that are missing from all of our books.
Aced was not there when Ira and Envy were talking about the Lost Page.
Discover and apprehend whoever is the traitor. Claims that's his role. But who knows what his real intentions are? What I do know is that I'll never forgive him for hiding the fact that he knew someone would betray us.
I guess Gula needs to be taken care
That's the
of.
biggest betrayal of all.
He's
Like to
acting
believe
way
that Gula
too
was simply
nice.
carrying out his role. Aced,
Yeah, he's behaving
I'll
like
deal
a
with
white
this now.
knight.
Please keep it to yourself for now.
Understood.
I need to see that lost page.
A few
Why
days
did
later.
you tell Ira? It had to be you, because you were the only one who knew where we were hiding. Didn't you think for a second that your actions could be making things worse than they already are?
And why should that even bother you? Not only do you have your union, but you've also gathered the finest Keyblade wielders from other unions, and you're training them in a secret location, aren't you?
Yes, because that is my role!
I had no idea. I apologize. I overstepped.
No,
Can we be
I
friends?
shouldn't have snapped at you.
Can we be best friends?
They already are, honestly. I mean, I guess Envy's more like the mother,
What
but
did Ira want?
still.
I don't know exactly. He just asked me to give up Gula. His eyes, they were scary.
His eyes, you know, the eyes that we
I
haven't
worried
seen
he'd
on
do
any of
something
them.
Awful.
Yeah.
I knew I couldn't tell him where Gula was. Then he turned around and walked away.
I'll tell you this right now, we still don't know what any of them look like under the masks.
And Gula?
I won't even pretend that the mystery gets solved. It really
I
doesn't.
don't know.
I wish I knew.
He's gone.
Aww.
Yep, the little
So are these
Chirithy.
things basically the Moogles?
They're the Dream Eater version of the Moogles, yes.
Someone's coming. They're headed straight this way.
Take care of him. Ira? Is something wrong?
I know Gula's here.
What?
Tell me where he is.
But why? What are you going to do?
None of your concern.
Don't.
What?
I won't let you near him.
So that's it. All right. I'll go.
Wow. It was a little bit too easy. I don't like that. That was way too easy. Where did the Chirithy go?
What are you doing?
Something happened?
Ira was here. He wanted me to give you up.
I knew it. It's finally come to this.
Come to what?
Everyone wants to know about the lost page.
The lost page?
Yeah.
She is the last to find out that it
It's the page
exists.
the Master gave me. It doesn't exist in any of our books.
Your sudden
It
and
contains a passage
inevitable
about an
betrayal.
inevitable betrayal. It talks about the one who bears the sigil. That's it. So, I don't know what to make of it, to be honest. My role is to find out who it is. I suspect it is said and went to confront him. And look what happened.
I tried to accuse the man 6 times my size. He beat the entire crap out of me.
The Master's teachings and my role.
Always walking the straight and narrow. I'm a fool for basing my actions on what is written on that lost page. Everything in the passage is ambiguous at best. That's why I need to find out.
So there's more to this than back cover
I asked
tells
you
you,
to
if I'm not
But
mistaken.
he's not here anymore.
So I can explain to you
Going to
what
summon
happens
Kingdom Hearts.
after this is over.
Then he'll have no choice but to come back.
Summoning Kingdom Hearts is forbidden.
That's exactly why. The only way to get him back is to break the rules. If things don't change, the entire world is doomed.
He's got the right idea.
In order to go through with it, I'll need Lux. I don't have nearly enough. You always do the right thing. Help me with this.
Lux is what you spend the entire game gathering. It's pretty much just like essence of
I'm
pure
sorry.
light.
I know you want the Master to return. But you don't know how summoning Kingdom Hearts will affect the rest of the world. The Master, he forbid it for a reason. I'm afraid I can't help you.
I see. May your heart be your guiding key.
Ghoul is on a mission to collect Lux. Ah. That explains why Aced and Ira are as well. They're trying to maintain the balance. But that isn't the balance we were expected to keep. If everyone's collecting light solely for themselves, Keyblade wielders will soon turn against one another, which will lead to the Keyblade War. And what's written in the book, all of it will happen
light will expire. Envy, what are you going to do? I'll gather Lux too.
The balance
No matter
must
what,
be kept.
the balance must be kept. Ava, you do the same. We must delay the inevitable. Right.
Wait a minute. She's Geralt, actually. Which makes her you. Because I'm your dandelion.
That's funny.
You can't say I'm wrong.
No, I can't. She's more like Siri, but close enough.
Nah, she's more like an Alexa.
What's written in the last page of the book is gonna happen. The entire world will be lost to darkness.
I'm Arthur.
Master, isn't there anything we can do?
Well, that's what brings me to your role. You might just be the only hope of keeping light from expiring.
Hope? Master, what is it that you need me to do? Oh.
Don't get involved in any battles. Forget the notion of unions. Find Keyblade wielders with potential and create an entirely separate organization. Then,
yes?
like the seeds
you
of
said
a dandelion,
dandelion.
then fly to another world. They will keep the light alive.
You really think that I'm the right person for this?
Ava, you're the only person for this.
I understand. Today you're here to continue with your training for our mission. This session may seem like it's familiar to you, but in a world that is different, one made of dreams.
Look at all those wielders.
What'd you say, all those
hope.
wheelers?
Wielders.
Joey Wheeler?
A war will soon wage. Those who strive to protect the light will turn their weapons on their allies for the sake of loyalty to their own unions. To be honest, I don't know how far I can guide all of you. What you must remember is that anyone can lose themselves to the darkness. However, there will be no winners. Everything will be lost. Except all of you who are the seeds of hope. When the time comes, and there is war, you mustn't fight, but instead you must fly away from here to the world outside. This training is to help you fulfill this crucial task. The future is in all your hands, as is the world's light. May your hearts be your guiding key.
Case of Lushu.
The Gazing Eye?
It's not what it's called.
Oh, what then?
Actually, no name.
No name.
Well, gazing
You know, that Keyblade is in fact called the No Name.
Keyblade does have an eye in it. My eye, to be exact. Ew! Oh, you think that's gross, do ya?
No.
Yeah, sure. Anyway, about your role. You need to pass down that Keyblade to your apprentice and then him to his, so that my eye can see the future.
So the Book of Prophecies.
Bingo! The fact that it exists is proof of your success. That means you've trained a worthy apprentice, passed down that handsome Keyblade, and fulfilled your role. Congratulations! What's the matter? Come on, you did a fantastic job. At least smile a little.
But I haven't done anything yet.
Good point. Guess you'd better get started then. Unfortunately, you'll have to go alone from here on out. No Book of Prophecies to keep you company either. I can't have you causing any temporal paradoxes.
Oh, heartless.
But hey, we both know you'll do just fine without it, right?
Do I really have to go alone? What about the others?
Minor details, so don't sweat it. For now, you, that Keyblade, and this box need to stay out of sight. Just watch with your own eyes. And my eye, of course.
What?
As things unfold between
You ever think about how,
right,
to Japanese fans, Naruto's name is Fish Cake McTwist?
It's a secret.
Yeah.
And
oh, you mean Lugnut McTwist's dad?
you can never, ever open it.
Great, now I really want to know.
Why do my friends gotta send
I'll
me the
indulge
most
you.
messed up memes?
But this secret stays between the two of us, and you have to promise never to open the box.
I promise. Oh. But why?
You'll see.
You see, I want to own a Keyblade now, but
I've already
I want,
got
like,
one, so...
Yeah, but like a...
Do you see where he is?
Yes.
May my heart be my guiding key.
Reconnect Kingdom Hearts.
So it turns out I was both right and wrong about some things. So I think that's the end of that, but we can watch it through. Since we can't skip, we should watch it through just in case.
Alright.
So I was sort of right, sort of wrong. So the foretellers fighting each other, and what happens is their unions all go to war. You saw that, the wielders attacking each other, creating the Keyblade Graveyard. That is the first Keyblade War. The second Keyblade War, though, happened because of the Dandelions, Ava's select group of people. What she was supposed to do was create one separate union that, after the Keyblade War was over, a group of people she selected would be the new second round of foretellers that would try to lead the world back into the light.
Oh?
So the whole point of her group was to restore the world after the Keyblade War. But what ended up happening was she had 5 people chosen to be her foretellers. They were, I believe, Brain, Lorium, who is Marluxia, Elrena, who is Larxene, a woman named Sterlitzia, something like that, and I believe Ephemer was the last one, if I'm not mistaken. Now, nobody knew that Sterlitzia was supposed to be one of them, because she never made it.
Oh?
The 5th person who showed up instead was Ventus. Everybody completely, including him, believing that he was supposed to be the 5th foreteller. What was discovered through Brain's Book of Prophecies was that Ventus had met pure darkness in the shape of Master Ava. It had taken her form, possessed him, and made him...
Oh.
And the second Keyblade War is the breakdown of those events. She is also the younger sister of Laurium. Ventus killed Marluxia's little sister.
Oh.
Now,
holy bojangles.
Mm-hmm. So they were kind of pulled out of time almost. It's similar to, you know, Final Fantasy XIV?
I know of it.
Have you ever seen the end of the original 14 combined with the intro to the new one? Like Realm Reborn? No. So the way that was when the original 14 was released, it was a buggy mess. They had to shut it down. They reopened it as a Realm Reborn, but the story is not the same. The original 14 was trying to stop an evil warlord from bringing down one of the moons and crashing it into the planet and trying to take over. And there's something called End of an Era, which is a cutscene for the end of 14 as the servers shut down, where that moon crashes into the planet, and it's revealed to be a cage for Bahamut, who destroys the world. But the mage that the player character and his party are traveling with puts them in a cage of time that moves them forward to when the world is ready to heal again, so that they can come back, pulled back into time, and keep it safe. So they get pulled completely out of time and brought back when it's, when they're needed again. That is the same thing that happened to the Dandelions. They came back when the world was ready to heal, which is why the more recent Keyblade War was not that long ago. And every Dandelion except for the Foretellers has no memory of it. And Ventus was once again put to sleep after what happened. He was left in kind of like the pod that Sora was put in from Naminé. You remember at the end of Chain of Memories?
Yeah.
He was in a very similar situation as the others went on to the future. And he ends up being found by Xehanort, which leads to Birth by Sleep. So Ventus has no memory of anything. But technically, the traitor that the Foretellers are all freaking out about was him the whole time. It wasn't about the 5.
It was all about Ven?
Yeah, technically, yes.
Damn.
I don't remember if another person was pulling the strings or if it was just like somebody had fallen to dark and it just kept snowballing from there. But yeah. That is what happens after this. And the pieces of information that technically don't matter in 3 because they're not really mentioned, but a couple of characters that are in that storyline that I just described to you are theoretically shown. There's no concrete proof one way or the other, but it's what people think they're looking at. So you might meet some of those people depending on what you think during your gameplay of Kingdom Hearts 3. And one more interesting piece of information is that every foreteller, that whole group of 7, are all named after the 7 deadly sins.
Huh.
Ava, avarice, greed. Lushu, luxuria, lust. Envy, invidia, envy. Gula, gluttony. Ira, wrath. Ased, sloth. The only one left is superbia, pride. That means that something to do with that word is the Master of Masters' name. He is the sin of pride.
Hence why he's so cocky and arrogant.
Exactly, because he was I'm the one above all, I foretold the entire future to you guys, I am the best here, it's all up to me.
Damn.
Yep.
That's a lot.
Yeah.
Alright, let me just update my stuff to just chatting. I'm
gonna change over to just chatting as well. Just chatting. Alright.
That's as deep as my pockets. You want me to run them, TN? I'm kidding.
Alright. Now that we've gotten through all of that, and we have all the information we need to go into 3, we've played every game, watched every cutscene, we know everything that we need to know. Raul, how do you feel?
Oh, hey, Stormus Spanks. That's my first react. But honestly, it's... Okay, best way to describe it is like this. Lee, have you ever had like one of those foods that you just were unwilling to try no matter what? Even though your friends like kept pushing at you, it was like, come on, it's real good. But you were adamant that it was just going to be horrible. Then one day you finally succumb to peer pressure, you try it, and it turns out to be one of the best things you've ever experienced.
And it's like that Shaq gif.
What Shaq gif?
Where he like taps the food, I think it was Hot Ones, where he taps the wing with his tongue and goes, woo!
Something like that, like, for longtime viewers of my channel, I had tried playing Kingdom Hearts because I made the promise as soon as I had 50 followers, I was going to attempt it. And then me getting to Agrabah and the controls just frustrated me so much that I just, like, stopped completely. And it wasn't until when we were talking about this back in April.
Something like that. I can go back and look at my YouTube to see when we officially started. Continue.
Yeah, it was like almost like, this is going to sound so gosh darn cliche, but it was almost like after me trying it, I fall into the opening cutscenes like water, and then you're the one that pulls me out. And it's like, let's try this again.
Yeah, it was either the first or second week of April because I uploaded it on the 14th, which means it was at the earliest April 1st, April Fool's Day.
No, because that's when Mango took over and did My Name is Mayo.
Right, but I'm trying to look, and that was a Thursday, so that means we started on the 8th.
No, we did Tuesdays and Thursdays, remember?
Oh, did we? Oh, that's right, we did. Which means we started on the 6th, probably. It's possible we started on either the 6th or the 13th, but that's... Yeah, that means we're going in, what, 8 months?
I upload them with the dates on my YouTube.
Yeah, I just have mine that I upload it, and I know that it was max 2 weeks before that, because, that's the amount of time we keep them.
I will tell you right now.
I completely forgot that we were doing it twice a week originally, and now that we dropped it to once a week, look at how perfectly it's ending.
I know.
Like,
Perfectly balanced.
that, exactly, that could not have ended better.
No doubt.
I don't know why that just happened. Alright, I think I'm good. I'm alive. But yeah,
But
that's
yeah,
the
just,
8th. So that means when we start our first episode of Kingdom Hearts 3, it'll be the 6th. Which means that's like, what, 8 months?
9.
9 months. A whole Kingdom Hearts baby.
Good. Look, it's got your eyes. And my height. He's got my height and your length. Aww.
Oh my god.
What? Why
Yeah,
you booing me? I'm right.
Isn't that crazy? Like, it's almost been a whole year.
Yeah. And by the time we do finish, it will be a year.
No. 3's not going to take us that long, I don't think.
Like 3 months if we keep it via just 1 day a week?
If we continue to keep it as one whole world every week, I think it'll be middle of February.
Ooh. And that'll fit in just in time when... If it's in the middle of February, that'll be great for me doing Horizon 2. Because let's face it, by the time I finish... Because let's face it, by the time I finish Ghost of Tsushima, I'm immediately jumping into Horizon 2 Forbidden West.
Oh, wait. There are 11 worlds in Kingdom Hearts 3.
So, by...
Now, granted, that is counting the end world, which is a very small piece, so that's like we would do 2 of the last 2 at once. And it's also counting...
So, like 10 weeks.
So, wait a minute. So, this would be one episode. This wouldn't be an episode, I don't think. We've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 weeks, 10 if we did the Remind DLC.
Which I don't have.
I don't have it either, but by the time we finish 3, we could always get it.
Yeah, it'll be in its 500th sale of dropping it from like $30 to $24.
Right. Even though it's not worth $24 even at full price, but whatever. So that'll be 1, 2, 3.
Hey, you don't gotta convince me. I haven't even bought Intermission for Remake.
So that'll put us at...
Interlude?
That'll... Intergrade.
Intergrade.
That'll put us at either March 3rd or March 10th. Whether whichever one we do. So we'll probably end around the beginning of March. If we run into trouble and get stuck on something, it'll be closer to the middle. But unless something seriously
almost
goes
a full
wrong,
year.
Yeah, we'll be just shy of a full year. That's insane.
Yeah, which is kind of interesting if we put into consideration, like, oh, let's, when you first suggested it, and then me just being like, alright, let's go. I didn't think I would, like, be stuck around this long. Like, you get what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, I admit, I'm enjoying myself. Like, there are moments that, like, honestly is the equivalent of Comet has now been reduced due to the fact of it being more of a family-friendly channel. Or, like, sometimes it is, like, Comet redacted due to the fact it is a family-friendly stream. Or, like, the time when I comment redacted due to the fact that this is a family-friendly. Like, you understand what I'm trying to say?
Yeah.
Like, there've always been those moments that, like, literally, I'm like, I just want to comment removed due to being a family-friendly stream. And, like, sometimes I just want to comment removed due to the fact that it's a family-friendly stream. And I just want to comment redacted due to the fact of a family-friendly stream. And I just want to comment redacted due to the fact it's a family-friendly stream.
Oh, my God.
Like, honestly, I just want to comment redacted due to the fact of it's a family-friendly stream. Like, you get me?
Yeah.
Like, I guarantee you the first wall that I hit was probably Monstro in the first Kingdom Hearts game.
Yeah. Monstro is a weird experience for everybody, especially since it's the only world that you're not really prepared for, because, like, you're en route to another one and he just eats you, and then he sits there in gummy space and you can't get past him no matter what you do for the entire rest of the game. You have to go around him.
Like, I think it's that Jafar in Chain of Memories, which Chain of Memories, holy crap, that is the most comeback story game of this entire experience. Because, like, due to the amount that, like, I was just mad at it, mainly because I didn't have that many clouds. And just, like, trying to run through, but once I got, like, the mechanics, slowly but surely, it's... Like, do you want me to run through my list?
For what?
Like, how I've ranked the games?
Sure.
Alright. You ready for this?
Let's see it.
Well, I can't show it to you.
I mean, you could, just not right this second. Anyway.
Yeah. Alright, here we go. Did not place. Coded. Because, like, I tried watching the cutscenes mainly because I want to get that free theme. But even then, I'm like, nah, I don't want to.
It doesn't even have trophies anymore on the PS4 version. The PS3 version has trophies. No platinum, but it has trophies. So does Days.
Yeah, but I just want the free theme.
Yeah, I didn't like the coded one either, so I didn't bother.
So, and with that just being, like, cutscene based and, like, nothing really added to it, it's not placed at all. But I had to give it, like, a dishonorable mention.
Fair enough.
I should say. Alright. Now for the actual list. At the way, way bottom.
Dream Drop
Distance.
Okay.
Like, don't get me wrong. When I say it's at the bottom of my list, it doesn't make it, like, the absolute worst game I've ever played.
You don't think it's necessarily bad, but compared to the others, it's the worst.
Correct.
It's like looking at... It's like how I feel about games like Skyrim. It's not a bad game, it's just the worst Elder Scrolls game.
Yeah. Hashtag Morrowind for life.
And Oblivion, squeaking by on a runner-up.
Well, here's the thing. I don't remember that much of Oblivion, but from what I do remember of it, they're like 1-2 in my heart.
Mm-hmm.
It's just Morrowind has more the nostalgia factor.
That's fair. Continue.
But Dream Drop Distance, like, I still don't understand the whole idea of the drop meter.
It really didn't make sense.
Like, it just felt like more of a hindrance. The combat was fine, but it just felt like, hey, dude, it's like, it looked at Birth by Sleep's combat system. It's like, yeah, just change a couple of answers so that way it doesn't look like you cheated. And, like, it's like there, but it's not. It's like if you were hanging out with somebody, you asked for a burger, and they hand you Impossible Meat. Like, it still tastes fine, but you know there's something wrong about it.
Yeah, it's not. It's what you got, and it's not awful, but it's not what you wanted. It's not what you asked for.
Yeah. So, even though it's like on the lowest, I'd give it like at least like a 6 out of 10. Because like I am willing to go back just so I can max out every Dream Eater, because that aspect makes it special enough for me to keep playing. And it is so much fun on that aspect. If they just got rid of the drop meter and they didn't make it like so staggering, like, oh my god, the Spelican and like that hooded dude fight. Like a roadblock to the next level.
Which... Oh, what, you mean the nightmare for Riku? Okay.
Yes.
The black coat nightmare. Okay.
Like, I was right there, but then it was like, nope, you can't. Why? Because we said so. But yeah, Dream Drop Distance, bottom of my list. Next one up, the first game.
Okay.
It gets that nod up on Dream Drop Distance because I gotta give it the respect. With it being the first one and they didn't have like all of these like functionalities to it, like all these other games have, I'm not gonna hold that against it.
Yeah.
However, it has not aged gracefully.
No. It's aging like raw milk. And this is the part where I wish Lou actually watched our streams ever.
I know, right?
Anyway.
It's worse than bro. What do you mean, bro milk?
Oh my god.
I googled it. I know what you meant, dude. Reverse osmosis milk.
Not his best moment. Not his best moment.
Oh my god, if I was still keeping a list, that would be like number one.
Oh my god, but yeah, I can accept that. One was great, but it was a test run. So like it's designed overall well. Its direction is great, the writing is good, the voice acting is good, but the controls are clunky, the graphics have aged okay. Like the intro and outro movies still look beautiful even now. So, like, that hasn't changed. The quality of it hasn't really changed. But there's just a certain clunkiness from, you know, the mid-PS2 era, or I guess you could still call that early, that just isn't viable in a game from today. It felt kind of like when I was trying to get into the Assassin's Creed games, and couldn't because the controls felt too cluttered and clunky, like they were just so out of date, even though the game was on the newer side. And you know, they had tried too hard to stick to what they had, and it didn't work.
Yes, I can totally agree with that as somebody who just redid the Ezio trilogy.
Mm-hmm. I could not get through them. I really tried. I couldn't.
And I feel like it's the same thing with me playing that and you playing Assassin's Creed. It was just because I had already familiarized myself with it, so it wasn't like that much of a change per se. But for like a new person jumping in, it's almost like when you're trying to do a belly flop into water and just that hard smack.
Yep.
Like, yeah, you made your dive fine, but it could have been a lot cleaner.
Right, and then we look at games like Chain of Memories, which is way more complicated and way harder to do. On a handheld, actually pretty easy and smooth to function with, but on a console, very complicated. But then we reached Kingdom Hearts 2, which is like, accessibility-wise, the pinnacle of Kingdom Hearts smoothness and function.
Let me get to those other ones.
I know. We'll get to them. I just mean, like, my issue was that Kingdom Hearts evolved, and me trying to get through Assassin's Creed, to use that example again, even as far as Black Flag, it's the same control scheme. Nothing has improved at all.
Yes, and the only time they've actually changed the controls was with Origins, Odyssey, and Valhalla.
Right. Which those actually look pretty good. So, like, they finally change it, and now they have my interest again.
Yeah. And honestly, they're like long-form RPGs now.
Yeah, I noticed that. So I guess the lesson here, folks, is if something that you're doing is just overbearing or hard to maneuver around, don't continue doing it because it's your theme or it's what you're used to doing. Try to lighten it up and make it, easier, more user-friendly, because that's going to get more people interested in what you're doing. You can go back to your list, sorry.
All right, next on it is Fragmentary Passage, only because it's too short.
Fair enough. I personally consider it an extension of Birth by Sleep.
Yes, and looking at it
because it does say Birth by Sleep.
Yes, but I'm playing it as its own individual experience.
Fair enough.
And the reason why I put it like a bit higher than the first game and all the others I listed, even though the length is like a 1 episode thing, or in your case, 1.5.
Yeah.
It just felt right. Like us playing it right after Birth by Sleep and jumping right into it. There were some changes, but like it wasn't like way too hard to not like understand.
Yeah, it felt like what we had already been doing.
Yeah. Just like little tiny micro tweaks and stuff like that.
Yeah, which is why I recommended, even though we're not supposed to go into 0.2 first, that's why I suggested we do that one first. Because it is the perfect transition from Birth by Sleep.
Yeah, and also quick thing about Dream Drop Distance is just the ending just left me so deflated compared to all the others. And if anyone who's watched my channel for the longest time knows I hate bad endings. I'm looking at you, Far Cry 5.
Looking at you, Life is Strange.
No, I didn't mind the endings of Life is Strange.
Before the Storm.
No, that just like made me sad. That
Fair
wasn't
enough.
like a disappointing ending.
I was disappointed because of what Michael did. That was it.
Yeah. And believe me, don't worry, Mother Nature's gonna come back and bring Grandfather Time with her. But it was just that ending, like honestly, while all these other games that I listed ahead of them got me more jazzed up for the next game. And to tie it back in with Fragmentary Passage, this has now like reignited my sort of fervor to jump right into 3.
Okay.
Like, if we just left it on Dream Drop Distance, then going into 3, I would just be like...
This ain't it.
Yay. It's kind of like me when I was going through my Spider-Man rewatch, and I had to watch Homecoming.
Right.
Which, to some people who don't know this, I despise the first Tom Holland movie. Like, literally, every time I watch it, I feel a part of my soul dies.
Wow.
Like, I can't explain why I don't, but it doesn't feel like Spider-Man to me. It feels like a kid cosplaying as Spider-Man.
Okay.
best part is Michael Keaton as the villain.
True. Now, I will say another reason that 0.2 is good as like the final one into 3, you know, aside from the fact that it's supposed to be, is that the way the game plays is much, much more similar to 3 than it is to Dream Drop Distance. So going in off of Dream Drop Distance is a lot more jarring because the function of it is not the same. Whereas 0.2, it's not identical, but there are some solid similarities in just the way it functions, the tier 4 spells. Most of the mechanics you saw will be brought into Kingdom Hearts 3 that were added into 0.2.
Right. And the thing that got me is like, I think I may have mentioned this when you first recommended this thing to me. Or we first went into it. I think I may have mentioned it. It's that playing this game is basically, this is the ground zeros before Phantom Pain.
Yeah. Yeah, that's fair.
Which I'm totally alright with. But yeah, back to my list. Oh shoot, I forgot to number these.
Number 1, Dream Drop Distance. Number 2 was oh Jesus, what did you say? The first game. And number 3 was 0.2?
Yeah. Like, it's ascending order.
Right,
so
right,
that way.
right.
But I forgot, like, how many there were. I think there's 8 playable games.
Yeah, when we take out Coded, there's 8.
Okay. Oh, yeah, and Coded just didn't even rank.
Right, which was your dishonorable mention. Technically 7, because back cover is also cutscenes in a game that's no longer playable, period. But, you know...
I can't consider that a game.
Right. But you could at least talk about what you think of the information that you got from it, what it means for the story. We can worry about that after the fact. It won't count for the list. But it means that there are 7 games that you went through that, you know, you can vote on.
Yeah.
So that
here we go.
means 7 is Dream Drop Distance, 6 is the first game, 5 is 0.2. What's number 4?
Number 4 is... This is going to blow your mind. Kingdom Hearts 2.
Really?
I will explain the other 3.
No, I'm sure you have valid reasons, and I won't fight it.
But
2 isn't my favorite, but I do acknowledge it as the best.
Yes, and I will acknowledge that as well. Like, the control scheme and everything is just perfect. Everything about it. Number 7 will blow your mind. Yes, because Dream Drop Distance is that flaccid, TN. But the second game, like, so much information hitting me at once. It's not like to discredit it. Everything about 2, like, really helped it, but it's just the other 3 hit me on a separate level.
Okay.
As surprisingly, number 3 was like, I'll get into it now. Number 3 is Chain of Memories.
Okay.
Because, like, even though I was having such a hard time, once I figured out the control scheme for Chain of Memories, that's when it gave me just an edge more fun than I had with 2. Just, like, the tiniest. Like, I'm talking, like, just a hair. Like Lightning McQueen sticking out his tongue and, like, tying the race. Like, that much. And, like, 2 is just, like, an amazing experience whatsoever. But Chain of Memories was so complex in everything that it did that once I understood it, it's kind of like how you were describing Final Fantasy XII to me.
Hmm.
Where, like, once you understand everything, all you have to do is move, and you pretty much, like, master the game.
Yeah.
Once I got all those clouds in my deck, that's when everything, like, I ran their pockets, I took their wallets out to a jog, I went ahead and did jumping jacks across their chainmail. I don't know what that means. But I was just having so much fun with that, like, the complexity just gave it that little extra of an edge.
Right.
Are you surprised about what's in my top 2?
No, because those are my 2 favorites. Now, I'm curious. I think Days has your number 1 spot.
Days is number 2.
Really? Yo, we have the same. We have the same top 2.
I will get into Birth by Sleep.
Oh, you can't imagine how good that feels to know my favorite game is now your favorite game.
No. How to sum it up? It's going to bring a tear to your eye. Like, honestly.
Okay.
So, but let me talk about Days. Days, like, when I first went over to your place and you handed it to me, I still have that same question in my head after finishing it, still to this day. Why haven't we gotten that game ported?
Agreed.
Because, like, I understand, like, just the whole mission base and, like, simple things like that. I understand that. But, like, you can do so much with it.
Can you imagine turning the multiplayer onto console?
Yeah. Like, I understand, like, it's a lot easier just to up-res those cutscenes so that way you're still getting the lore. But I want to play this game. I want to earn this game's platinum.
Facts.
Because I had so much fun with it. Like, I'm still, like, once I find all my stuff for my DS and everything like that again, I'm buying my own copy. And I'm going to beat that on every difficulty. Like, I want to get, like, an internal platinum.
Right.
Because it was so much fun. And the fact is, the only reason it's at number 2 and not 1 is when it came to Birth by Sleep. Are you ready for the sentence?
Mm-hmm.
It is the most joy I've ever had playing a game since picking up Crisis Core.
Oh, I wasn't ready for that sentence. That actually hits different. Oh my god.
I'm not kidding. Birth by Sleep is probably in my top 10 games ever. Like, ever. It might actually even beat Tetris.
For those who don't know, Raul was, like, absolutely huge on Tetris. Never play him in it. You will lose. It's like trying to beat me in a game of luck. You won't do it. It just won't happen.
Like, not even on my good day would I ever dream about challenging you in Tetris.
No. I would never even consider challenging Raul to a game of Tetris. I will lose. Period.
No, like... Okay, so just a quick segment before I get into Birth by Sleep. Like, so our loving and caring friend, Grandpa Ross, like, got Puyo Puyo Tetris. So there was, like, this change mode where it, like, switches between Tetris and Puyo Puyo. Never played Puyo Puyo. So his whole idea is, like, I gotta beat him on this end, because once it switches into Tetris, it becomes a Brock Lesnar squash match.
I have to win now, because once it changes, I have no chance. Tetris is that one game that puts me to sleep. I'm not a huge fan of Tetris either, but I'm not bad at it. But Raul was just, he's different. He has built all kinds of different...
I've been playing it since the age of 4.
Exactly.
On
just
original
like me with
Game Boy.
It's like me with Kingdom Hearts.
Exactly. Like back when I had like my non-color Game Boy with like 4 AA batteries. Like you give me that, and like on a long car ride, I am just like, you can't control me. Like, not like you can't control me. Like you're dead to me when I'm in the middle of like Tetris. And the thing I love about the Game Boy version is like you can't do all this modern stuff with like holding. You have to solve stuff on the spot. And you have to make everything fit. And me and my OCD just like gives me such a calming relief. Which, by the way, did y'all hear that whole theory about like if you experience a traumatic moment, start playing Tetris to feel better? Like,
I heard that from you.
Yeah. Like, hold up. Oh wait, what's happening over there? Yeah, just let me just load up to level 3 real quick. Okay. But back to Birth by Sleep, honestly, like, if I had played this game at the same time as Crisis Core and have, like, that same legacy, like, honestly, they would be 1-2 right now. I feel like Crisis Core gets that edge because it's that...
It's the game that defined you.
Exactly.
It's kind of like how I feel about Kingdom Hearts versus Mass Effect. Mass Effect, in my opinion, is one of the best games I have ever played in my life. It's damn near perfect, and I absolutely love it, but I cannot, under any circumstance, give it superiority over Kingdom Hearts, because I was already who I am when I played Mass Effect for the first time. Meanwhile, Kingdom Hearts was what defined me as a person. It was how I learned who to be and how I wanted to care for people. So it will always hold that number 1 spot, no matter what game blows it out of the water.
And that's how I feel about Crisis Core.
And I absolutely understand that feeling.
Because, like, straight up, like, if I had played this at the same time with my PSP as I did with Crisis Core, it would have been hard. But like this, I will give mention all the way up there. Like, yeah, Terra's mode is like Terra, but like the storyline is so good. Like, even though Xehanort cost me the finale of Brooklyn Nine-Nine Live,
yeah.
Even though it gave me that much of stuff, the fact that I still went in and ran pockets on everything, at the end of it, it gave me joy to just like play through it. Even the grinding stuff, like trying to figure out recipes and things like that, and like have me go do work, like compared that to the ability links in Dream Drop Distance. Like this one, it's just very simple, straightforward. You just got to mix this with this. It's a very simple math. That, the commands, like all the bonus stuff, like everything about it, and the fact on how all 3 stories intertwine with each other. It is so good that honestly I wouldn't be surprised in 2022 I go back for that platinum.
I'd like to see you get it, to be honest. It's rough in the end, but it's a good, worthy platinum.
And I definitely want to, because it's fun. Like, that's the thing. It's like, no matter how the story went in that game, it got me in hook, line, and sinker, and all the bonus stuff afterwards, like, tore at my heartstrings, and I felt for Aqua. I felt for Ven. I felt nothing for Terra, because he's nothing more than a slow-moving... He is Rocky from the SpongeBob episode, where in the middle of the snail race. Except he doesn't win. He finishes dead last. But I I'll keep replaying, like, Aqua and Ven's story, like, willingly. Terra's gonna be, like, a little bit of work, but I feel like this time the 2 out of 3 that ain't bad are so damn good. So good. And, like, honestly, that's the game that, like, okay, I know I'm going to trigger you in the next 30 seconds, but hear me out. If I had done what Colin has been suggesting forever and played chronologically, and hear me out.
I'm listening.
And I had to play Birth by Sleep first.
Technically, you would have watched back cover first, but regardless.
I meant playable games.
Right, but still.
And just played through Birth by Sleep first. I would not be mad at that because the game is so much fun. I'd be lost completely story-wise.
But you'd be vibing.
Exactly.
Oh, shoot. I just got a raid. Hey, Ren, what's up? And Candy. Welcome in, you guys. How you doing? We're currently doing we're also doing a Just Chatting, discussing the end of the story so far for Kingdom Hearts.
Yeah. And just Birth by Sleep will be like one of those games I just keep coming back to on and on because I just feel like I could like grind in that game forever. Which, by the way, I will do my level 99 stream as Terra just to bonk Xehanort. I will grind myself. When I say I'm a man of my word, I am a man of my word. That old man that really needs to see my chiropractor.
I think I'm level 68 right now on Terra. I wonder how quickly I'd body Xehanort if I fought him right this second.
Oh no, I'm keeping him myself at my word. I'm leveling to 99.
That's
and I'm
fine.
going to bonk him so hard. Like, I straighten his back so that way he can be buried in one piece.
I will say I recommend fighting the super bosses before you grind up to 99 because they actually have level caps where your stat bonuses will no longer be applied after a certain point. So before you waste your time going to 99 then fighting them, fight them first.
Okay.
I think the highest cap is 65.
Okay. But, like, I'm looking forward to just doing that. Like, I don't have to grind to 99 with Terra, but I want to. And in the end, isn't that the mark of a good game? That just drives you in to keep playing. But yeah, Birth by Sleep, my number one.
Sweet. Now, as far as like we've just discussed your favorite games and why they're your favorite games. Now, what about your favorite characters, your favorite summons, favorite Keyblade? What do you so far have as your preferences? Like, what is your favorite Keyblade so far? And if you don't know the name, you can describe
Oblivion.
it. The Oblivion, the one that I have. Okay. I can respect that. Now, who's your favorite character throughout the series?
Ooh. Do you want the Raoul answer or the Raoul answer?
Yes.
Okay. Raoul answer, Master Ericus. Because forever I am going to be quoting
Has the darkness taken you?
Taken you?
Has the darkness taken you, Tara?
Oh my god. When Grandpa got positive, I should have just been like, has the darkness taken you, Grandpa?
That's funny. That's very funny. Okay. And what's the Raoul answer?
Roxas.
Okay. Okay. That's fair.
I would say either Roxas or Aqua.
All right. There's not really a wrong answer to this as long as it's not Terra and as long as it's not Kyrie. Those are the only two I would judge you a little bit on. Anybody else is fine.
Oh, no, wait. But for real, the raw answer is Donald. Donald is honestly the best character.
I'm going to judge you a little bit for that one because I'm traumatized by that stupid duck. Hot, steaming garbage in the first game. Okay. Personally, my favorite male and female characters are Ventus and Shion. You already knew that, though, from the way I react every time Shion's on screen. Okay.
But honestly, Bragg/Zigbar, he can...
Straight to hell, to the boiler room of hell, all the way down.
Not even. I can think of one place that's worse.
Oh.
One place that is nothing more than pure suffering and anarchy and chaos.
Is it Ben's basement?
Worse.
Uh-oh.
He has to spend an entire weekend at the Richardson family reunion in Omaha, Nebraska.
No, not the Richardsons again. Listen, Doug Dimmadrop.
Yes.
Oh my god.
And they're all quoting my all-D monologue.
That was honestly so perfect. I loved that. All right.
Do you want me to reread it?
No, that's not necessary. Okay. So, what about other things throughout the series? What has your favorite summon been so far? I don't know if you've used it much. Or your favorite world, like what movie were you happiest to see?
Ooh. Now these are the big boy questions. Definitely I would have to say, like every time I see Olympus Coliseum, I always smile because I feel like Hercules didn't get that much love when I was growing up, but now everyone's like rekindling with it.
Yeah. Hercules, Dream Drop Distance is the only game in the series that does not have Olympus.
And that's why it's at number 7.
Exactly. That's why it's at the bottom of the list. But every single game in the entire series, except for Dream Drop Distance, has Olympus in it. So it's like, it is the key world, the number one like cornerstone of the series in its connection to Disney. Because it is the only one that no matter what game you pick up and play, you're going to see something to do with Hercules. Even the ending, oh no, it's not the ending of Dream Drop Distance, the ending of 0.2 is already telling you that when you reach Kingdom Hearts 3, you're immediately going into Olympus. They don't even let it be a mystery. They tell you up front, this is where you're headed right away. So it is a very key place to be when it comes to, throughout, like, to just be playing the series in.
But excluding that one, I would have to say Tron. Like both Tron and Tron Legacy.
Okay. The grid in general.
Because Disney in general really doesn't care that much about Tron. I mean, I think during our stream I was like, wait, Tron Legacy isn't even streaming right now?
So it was nice to see it get shown some love.
Yeah, like it's on Disney Plus right now, in case if anyone was curious.
Yeah. That's kind of how I'd feel if we got worlds from things like Atlantis.
Dude, Atlantis: The Lost Empire.
You know, some of like the more underrated movies that are so good and iconic to our childhoods, but didn't really get the love and publicity that they should have. You know, it would have been fantastic to see that happen. But yeah,
Exactly.
I can definitely accept that as a really solid reason to prefer that one. Now, do you know the worlds in 3 already?
Couple of them.
Okay. So, you know a couple. Which one of them are you most excited for, out of the ones you know?
From the 5 I can think of off the top of my head that I know is another one that I would say I was glad to see because I was wondering how it would be programmed in this. Oh, and obviously because I'm an emo kid at heart, gotta give some love to Nightmare Before Christmas.
Okay. Wait. No.
No, I was talking about
for the series overall.
World.
Okay. No, that makes sense. Okay. I was gonna say that's actually not in 3.
But the world I'm most excited to play is Pirates of the Caribbean.
Okay. I told you what you get to do in that one, right?
No.
You get a ship, and it's like open world sailing. It is one of my favorite parts of the entire game.
I kind of wish you could have waited.
I've told you that before. It's just you forgot it. I have genuinely told you that a few times during the series. It's a good chance if you rewatched any of our episodes, you'd just hear it by accident.
True. And also, I'm looking forward to the end of the mystery of Donald's body count.
Right, because you haven't seen it happen yet. You know he commits a murder. And now you know what happens in Kingdom Hearts 3, and you don't know the details. You don't know the DuckTales either.
My controller just shut off.
It'd be like that.
But yeah, it happens in Kingdom Hearts 3. I just don't know when it happens.
Exactly. But you don't know who he kills, how he kills them. You don't know when it happens. You just know that Donald commits an actual murder.
But I'm just trying to... Let's see. From there, the Big Hero 6 world...
San Francisco.
I didn't really... Yeah. I wasn't the biggest fan of the movie. I just think How to Train Your Dragon 2 was superior.
I personally absolutely adore Big Hero 6.
Yeah, I like it, but I just prefer How to Train Your Dragon over it.
That's fair.
No disrespect, it's fine, but it's not like a movie I would rewatch. Hey, look, it's Grandpa. Quick question. Has the darkness taken you, Grandfather?
Hi, Michael. So the world you're looking forward to the most is Pirates. And you only know a couple of the worlds that are in 3. What world do you hope to see that you think would be in it?
I already know, deep down inside, I'm going to have severe PTSD for Frozen.
I will tell you, it's not horrible, but it is the worst one. Bar none, it is the bottom of the list in Kingdom Hearts 3.
By default, I'm going to freak out over Frozen, because imagine having 3 nieces born the same year Frozen came out, and you're stuck listening to Let It Go nonstop for years.
Yeah, I can imagine that suffering, and I can already tell you're not ready for how the Frozen world opens.
Oh God,
it's bad. No, it's bad. It's so bad, but it's also kind of funny. So, what world do you hope to see that you don't know is or is not there for certain?
Excluding the ones that I know, I kind of wish, all the ones that I would have seen, I've already have seen. But, like, are you just saying one that I expect to see there, or one that I wish was in?
One that you hope to see there, but, like, you don't know that it is there, and you don't know that it isn't. Like, you think it could be a possibility that it's one of the empty slots you don't know. Like, what do you want to see in 3 that you don't know for sure, you know, is set somewhere?
You know? Like, I know this one is a long shot. Meet the Robinsons.
Okay. That's fair.
Like, I feel like that is just niche enough to do, like, a whole bunch of future tech stuff that, like, would be kind of dope to see. Like, I know deep down inside that's, like, one of the ones that won't be in it, like, kind of like an Atlantis world or a Goofy movie.
Yeah.
But that one has, like, that same sort of vibe. Like, you know, it could happen. But, like, one, honestly, that I think could, like, I see it, like, I close my eyes and I see myself playing it, that, like, you know what? Because it doesn't get that much love, I want to say A Bug's Life.
Huh. I actually really like that.
Yeah. Like, have you ever played the PlayStation 1 game?
I haven't. I have asked people a couple of times, like, what world would they like to see throughout the Kingdom Hearts series? What world do they wish they got to see playing through it? And nobody has ever said A Bug's Life. So it's like, hearing you say that is really interesting.
Because, like, I know about Monsters, Inc., and I know about Toy Story.
Right,
but
and
I
you
feel
know
like
about Frozen, Pirates, and you know about Big Hero 6. Now, and you know about Hercules. There is actually only one more. So there's only one world you don't know. The rest are original, or it's like 100 Acre Wood again, because Pooh has been in every game as well.
Yeah.
There is only one more Disney World.
And I don't know what it is, to tell you the truth.
Honestly, out of all of them, my favorite. But I'll keep it quiet if you don't want to have it spoiled.
No, don't worry about it. But, like, A Bug's Life would be kind of interesting because of all the stuff I've seen of, like, the Monsters world and the Toy Story world, to let, like, this underrated Pixar one and, like, have, like, Sora, Donald, and Goofy, like, help out. Like, I know, like, turning them into bugs would be, like, kind of creepy for some people, but I just feel like a world like that would be kind of fun. Like, just battling, like, little tiny flying Heartless because they got, like, grasshopper wings to them.
Yeah, that
and
actually
just, like,
sounds like a
them.
really good idea.
And, like, the final boss is, like, Hopper, but he's, like, all souped up in anger because the darkness has taken him. And just, like, battling him so that way you don't get squished like a bug, which, by the way, would be the name of the trophy I would give it from beating that world. It's just something kind of cool. And, like, A Bug's Life should get, like, a lot more love.
I agree. Like, it is really good.
Yeah. It's just, it lives in the shadow of all the other great Pixar movies. Like, it's even in the shadow of Cars.
Yeah.
And that's not fair.
I'm very glad that we did not get a Cars World. I would not have liked it. I really would not have liked it.
I mean, there's already full Cars video games. Why would we need a Cars World?
I know.
Like,
you say that like there isn't
movie...
a dozen Hercules games.
Yeah, but Hercules is cool.
True.
Like, Bug's Life is just... The only other Pixar movie that people talk about less than the Bug's Life is The Good Dinosaur. I bet both our chats are like, what's a good dinosaur?
That's an obscure reference. Goodness,
I think somebody's calling me.
And it's not even like old either.
No, it's very recent.
6 years, yeah. And that's an obscure reference. It's a really obscure reference. 'Cause like you never really hear about the Good Dinosaur. You know, I've seen its name in passing a couple of times. I've never heard anyone actually talk about it.
Like, that's the forgotten Pixar movie.
Yeah.
But stuff like that, I'm just very... And when it comes to, like, actual original worlds I want to see, I want to go back to the Keyblade Graveyard.
Okay.
That would be cool.
Now, I won't tell you that they do or don't go back there, but there is actually more than just one original world that we have not seen before, and they kick it up a notch in terms of creativity.
Cool.
So you're going to really enjoy what they have in store for you.
I honestly can't wait. Like, I'm glad I stuck around for this entire, like, run. Oh, and I also forgot to give you a shout out earlier. And just, I'm having fun, like... Like, I'm straight up having fun, just... I'm waiting for the bot to finish.
What?
I was waiting for the bot to finish talking.
Oh.
And I just... There are games that I will go back to and, like, definitely replay, which is, like, the major thing. When it came to my list, like, the top ones are ones I cannot wait to replay again and again. Like, I understand, like, for some people, me having Chain of Memories with the bronze medal is surprising.
Now, I will say Chain of Memories, the card system is one of my favorite battle systems in any game ever. It's a huge pain in the ass, but I absolutely loved the creativity of it and how versatile you can really be with it, even though all we really do is stack 15 clouds and run everybody's pockets.
Exactly.
But it's definitely one of my favorite systems in any game ever. People hate it, but it really doesn't get enough credit.
Yeah, like, me being frustrated in the beginning is just like, I don't know. And once I got it, it became ridiculously fun. Like, me solving a Rubik's Cube in under a minute. Like, the whole idea of that was like, oh, I'm stuck on this for hours. But once I got the hang of it and solving it one-handed, I'm like, ha ha ha, enjoy yourself, ladies. And it's like, all of this has been, like, worth the entire thing whatsoever.
Well, I'm glad you're enjoying it so far, and I'm honored to be your guide through the rest of it. I'm honored that my heart is your guiding key.
And has the darkness taken you?
Not yet, it hasn't. We're still working on it. All right. Is there any parting shots you want to take here? Any last things you want to say?
Why does Coded exist?
To make us sad.
Like
to make us appreciate the other games more.
Like, is the only reason why Coded exists is just to make 13?
That's a good question, actually.
Like, what are the games that are missing from the collection to make it 13? Because I count 10 based off of the collections.
So, let me look. Games. So there's Kingdom Hearts, Chain of Memories, Kingdom Hearts 2, Coded, Days, Birth by Sleep, Dream Drop Distance, 3, which makes it 8. But then we have 0.2, Unchained, Union Cross, which makes it, 11? And then Dark Road and Melody of Memory.
So, like, the only reason why Coded exists is because it needs to keep the 13.
Technically, yes. Like, if you just count it as, like, if you count the collections, like 1.5, 2.5, and 2.8, then, it adds up to 13 much easier without, bringing in the multiple mobile games. You just need one. But that's ultimately how that ended up happening. But, we also have to remember that Kingdom Hearts 3 is only the end of one part.
Yep.
That's only part 1 of the Kingdom Hearts series, ladies and gentlemen. We've spent an entire year almost beating part 1 of a series.
That's kind of like me with Uncharted.
That feels painful to say out loud.
What?
The fact it took almost a year to beat part 1, and we don't know how many parts there are.
It's insane. Like, just thinking about it in context and like, oh.
Yeah.
But I'm ready for what's next.
All right. Well, with that being said, do we want to call it a night and just gear up for the next step next week?
Yeah, and I'm going to... I want to find, like, somebody dope to raid. And plus, I want to call it early because tomorrow I'll be doing a stream marathon. Like an end of the year.
So like what I had to do today.
Like an end of the day, like sort of stream where like me and Adrian are already figuring out to finish Devil May Cry tomorrow. And like on Ice 10, I'll look at the stats right now. And oh ho ho.
Oh, really?
It's close. It's close.
What's in front right now?
It's a tie.
Between?
Redacted and redacted.
Okay.
I don't want to give anyone like any hints whatsoever.
That's fine. That's fine. I'm still hoping for one particular one.
Yeah, it's up there. It's definitely pushing. But so yeah, I'll be doing a marathon tomorrow. I'm in the Yeah, TN. Lee's hoping for redacted as well. But I'm 3 platinums away from my goal because by the beginning of next year, I want to be able to start Ghost of Tsushima. I bet I could also watch Redacted, 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 or Redacted. TN, you're hilarious. So I'm like at 2.5 platinums because I'm literally like 3 trophies away from MLB. I might ask Mango to stop by for a bit. Me and Adrian are going to finish Devil May Cry, and all of this stuff will begin right after I finish Season 4 of Cobra Kai. Like literally the moment I wake up tomorrow, I'm just going to binge Cobra Kai and like not leave my bed. The same way I started this year is the same way I'm going to have the final day of the year. Be in bed watching Cobra Kai.
All right. So, is that all for us for tonight?
Yeah. I already got the lights out warning, so I'm like, okay.
No problem.
And I want to see like who. I want to see who on my stream team is streaming right now.
Alright, while you do that, alright, everybody, thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed. I know this was round 2 of my streaming tonight, and it was a lot to go through, but I'm glad we managed. You know, we finished 2 really huge streaming projects tonight, and it's amazing that we managed to do it before the end of the year. It had so much build up between the 2 of them, and it's finally over, and it's just a great experience. And I think doing this, the just chatting with Raul to talk about our experiences, was a really good thing for us to do. I think this was my first just chatting stream, ever.
I felt like you were about to start crying over what.
I'm not gonna lie, I was getting a little misty-eyed. That hit different. Hearing someone who I know, for all the time that I've known him, says this is my number 1 game, this is my favorite of all time, and says my favorite game gives him the same level of joy that nothing but that game has compared to. That hits in a way I can't describe. It's like me trying to, write a story or cook someone dinner, and like if I cooked you dinner and you said this is the best food I've had since my mom's good home cooking. Like that's the kind of thing you want to hear out of somebody, and it's the most wholesome compliment you can get. telling, me writing a story saying it's just like my favorite book when I was a kid growing up. You want to be that kind of reminder when you give out some level of art to people. And being able to accomplish that with one of my closest friends, with something that's so dear to me, was something that I was not expecting. I knew you were going to really like Birth by Sleep, but I wasn't prepared for you to give it that level of praise.
Yeah.
Now, when we're finished with the series, I think 3 is going to take a place right underneath 2. So it's going to be pretty much dead center when all is said and done. I think you're going to really like it, but it does have a little bit of overcomplication in some ways, and it does leave a little bit to be desired because Disney dipped its filthy little hands into it a little bit more than the others. So there are some things that it needs. It's not a perfect game. It's not the best in the series, but you will really enjoy it. It was great. So I'm looking forward to doing that next week. But until then, everybody, my schedule for the next week is tomorrow I'm planning on playing some Dead by Daylight for a while, as like a Happy New Year send-off. Anybody who wants to play is welcome to play it with me. I'm going to be going probably around 6 or 7 p.m. EST until, after midnight, so that we can bring in the new year together, either running away or trying to kill people, whichever one we feel like doing at the time. On Saturday, I think it might finally be time for us to bring back some Last of Us 2. Because it's been a while that we haven't been really playing it. On Monday, we will be starting episode 1.
I didn't realize I traumatized you that badly with my comment.
I don't want to talk about it. On Monday, we will be debuting the first episode of Mass Effect Andromeda. And on Thursday, we will be debuting the first episode of Kingdom Hearts 3. We are finally at the end of the journey, and I can't begin to describe how excited I am to finish walking down that road with my friend.
You know what this means, though, right?
What?
Once we get to the last world, you and me gotta wake up at 5 o'clock in the morning and start running hands.
That's amazing. I guarantee you the status is going to pop up in my Facebook memories while we're playing. It's going to happen.
Wait, didn't Kingdom Hearts 3 drop in January of 2019?
Yeah. And Isaiah and I believe it dropped the 19th. No, 25th. 25th. It dropped at the end of January. I didn't get to it until around the beginning of February because I bought the story so far and played through every game in order so that I could gear up for it because I had never played or even seen 3D 0.2, and I've played Unchained, but I'd never watched back cover. So all of 2.8 that we've been going through was purely new to me. So I had to play through everything and make sure I was ready for 3, and, Isaiah waited for me. So we started it at the same time, and then, a couple of days later, I get a message, get up, we gotta finish this, and we did.
So me and Lee are going to recreate that.
Yeah, which was one of the best moments of my life. It really was.
I'm going to call sick from work, and I'm just going to be like, unfortunately, I couldn't. I just needed to run some pockets. Boss, I hope you understand.
But if any of those games interest you guys, make sure you tune in. Yeah, it was February 8th. Oh my god. Is that one of our stream days? No, it isn't. It'll be that Tuesday. Okay. But yeah, if any of those games interest you guys, make sure you tune in. I hope to see you guys when we start Kingdom Hearts 3, because that's going to be an amazing journey. Although, unfortunately, we won't be able to hear the intro and outro to Kingdom Hearts 3 together unless I set up my capture card. Because the singer, Utada Hikaru, I'm probably not saying that correctly, has copyrighted those two songs and does not allow them to be streamed on the air. So we will not be able to watch the intro or outro on PlayStation the way that it is normally done. So I'll have to hook something up and figure that out. But until then, I hope you all have a wonderful night, a wonderful rest of your week, and I hope to see you in the next episode. Good night, everybody.